The new Animal Crossing 2.0 update was just announced yesterday. It is October 16th for me today while I'm filming this, and it has really inspired me to pick this game back up. But not only that, I want to start fresh with my island. So I'm going to do a quick little unfinished island tour because I am not really inspired by the way my terraforming is right now. And I just want to flatten it all and start over, but I don't want to restart my game because I would lose my villagers, my nook miles, my catalog, all of that stuff I want to keep because I have too much progress in this game to just up and restart. I am a little sentimental, so I want to do a quick little island tour that I can look back on and see everything that I did do, the parts that I liked, I might want to incorporate into my next design, that kind of thing. But this new update has me inspired to kind of get all that done before all the new content is released so that I can decorate with all the new furniture items and stuff that look really cool, and I'm super excited for. Oh, by the way, I should mention I'm gonna go inside my house at the end of this video because it's not really the island. If you're here for an island tour, the house tour will be at the end. If you're not interested in that, you can leave before that and skip that part. But anyway, here's my airport. It's green. I have a Baby Yoda flag, which doesn't make any sense. And you'll notice the theme on my island is no theme because it just doesn't make any sense. My goal was to have like a cottagecore, cute little forest island, and then like my house and my flag is just not cohesive at all. So yep, there's a Baby Yoda flag on my cottagecore island. Makes no sense. Let me show you a quick overview of the map also before I get started. A lot of my villagers too are not my dreamies that I want to have on my foresty island. So in that sense, it's also unfinished, but all the houses were where I wanted them to be. But a lot of the villagers I was planning on getting rid of anyway. So like Raymond, I love him, but he's not the vibe for my island. I was going to sell him for Nook Mile tickets so that I could fund my dreamy hunts. That's why I have Raymond and Marshall and Audie, because they're kind of hot ticket villagers and a lot of people like them. So I was hoping to get some tickets for them. So I have Raymond, Molly, Audie, Sky, Marshall. Like I said, Audie and Marshall and Raymond are not staying. Sky and Molly are my dreamies, so they will be staying. Zell will also be staying. Vivian can go. Melba, I like her, but she's not like an absolute dreamy for me, but she won't be the first to go. Obviously the first will be like Raymond, Audie, Marshall, and Fang down here. I don't really want to keep necessarily. Eric is staying too. He is also one of my dreamies, so that's what my map looks like. If you're curious about the terraforming, that's what it looks like right now. I'm not super inspired by it, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna go show you this little shop area, then I'll go clockwise, starting from the bottom left. So from the entrance, you can go up here, and this is my little shopping area. There's my Nook's Cranny. I should mention also that I'm doing this tour in December because it is kind of the vibe of what I wanted my island to be. So I wanted it to be in its most, like, I don't know, the state that I wanted it to be in most. So like I kind of decorated it to be like a Christmassy, wintry, fall island. So that's why it's snowing, that's why it's December. Anyway, going to the left, up above the entrance, is my resident services. If you go down, here are the beaches. My beaches are really unfinished. They were storage for a lot of the time, so you'll see like I have flowers that I was using for decorating, stuff like that. My beaches aren't really anything to look at. Up here is the villager home. This is Marshall's home right now. But yeah, I'm not really too happy with how I have decorated his yard and this little plot. I mostly just threw a bunch of trees, and that's kind of how I decorated my whole island. It was just like random furniture pieces and random trees and plants, which I guess is like the cottagecore vibe, but I wasn't too impressed with myself. The left side of my island, over here, like I said, no beaches or no decorations on my beach really. Uninspiring. There's a long little pathway here that really doesn't go to anywhere. It's just like a cute little overgrown area. And if you go to the right here is Eric's house. And then if you go up above, there's Raymond's house. Yeah, his like the exterior of his house isn't really like foresty, so he's gotta go. If you backtrack to the right, you'll see resident services again, and this little blank spot used to be a pumpkin patch and my rocks started spawning there. But let me go back to where we were so I can continue up this path. Like I said, beaches were mostly for flower storage, so there's nothing exciting there. The thing that I don't like about my terraforming is that there's so many long stretches where there's just nothing. And like not a whole lot of decoration that I care for. Also, yes, there are lots of weeds because I time traveled to make it wintertime. I am not above time traveling. So, there's that. Oops. If I go down, this is Zell's house. He doesn't have much of a yard, so it's pretty unimpressive. But up here, I actually really like this spot. This is my museum entrance. It's like a cute little roundabout, and I decorated with some fossils outside. I thought that little spot was cute. And then up to the right is a long stretch with a whole lot of nothing that leads to my secret beach. And that's just kind of what my island is just big little stretches with nothing on them. Nothing to look at, nothing to see. Over to the right is Melba's house. She has a little yard, but I didn't put too much thought into decorating it. Just put some stuff down. And if you go down, this takes you to this little island that has like 3 different bridges. And if you go down, this is where that pumpkin patch thing was, and resident services. Same thing if you go over to the right, it also leads you to resident services just down here. But yeah, look, another long path with nothing on it, just some bushes. I had put little seating areas to kind of like fill the spaces, but I don't like it. And that's what you'll notice this whole time. I'm just gonna be like, it's cool, but I don't love it. So there's that, another long path. If we go down to the left, this is where my house is. Actually, I'll go up first. This is Sky's house. Sky doesn't have much of a yard. Her house is just kind of tucked away. And this is a pathway to my house. And then up these stairs is Molly's house. I kind of like this, like, I don't know what to call this. A rollback, like, path. It's like a hairpin turn, I don't know. I thought it was a cute little roundabout way to get to her house, so it's not just a straight shot. Down to the left, this is like my little driveway area, and these pipes are so ugly. I wish that you could customize them to be like a tree trunk. I think that would be so cute if you could like change this to match the theme of your island. So like if you had like a city island, you could make this concrete. If you had like a foresty island, it could be a big tree, like a hollow tree trunk. I think that would be so cute, and I wish they would do that, but since it's a Mario item, I don't know if they're going to. Here's my little walkway up to my door. I'll do my house tour at the end, like I said. Going back down, I'm just kind of showing you where things are to get your bearings on like where we are in reference to where we started. So if I go left here, this is my shopping center and the resident services, the plaza. So I'm going to go upwards. This is a little camping area that I had built. It's not my campsite, it's just like a little decorative spot with tents. And I like it. I think that spot's pretty cute. And if we stay down here and go all the way to the left, there's other little seating spots. You'll see Audie's house here, and then you can cross this bridge and there is Fang's house, and he doesn't have much of a yard either. I just kind of threw some stuff down. But over here to the bottom left is a little plant shop that I had made. It's not super cottagecore-y, but I like it. Okay, going back, we'll go up now to where my actual campsite is. But first, to the right side is Vivian's house. Nothing special there, but down here is my tavern, and I actually really like this spot. And when people visit me, they usually comment on this because it's like a cool sunken in area where you can get like a cool viewpoint from up here. So I think that's a neat little spot. And then over here is my campsite. It's a campfire, a cooking fire. This is where the tent goes. There's a little laundry line for them to do their laundry, I don't know. And then we can go down to the tavern back there. If we go up, here's a little seating area. Really the only way I know how to decorate is just throw some benches down and a little table and call it a seating area. These cliffs up top are covered in weeds because I never decorated them because I had no idea what to do. Because I did not have another incline to put up there to like make anything substantial. So I just left them blank, and then weeds took over as I time traveled. But I really wanted this spot to be like hidden and tucked away back here. So here's the official entrance to my tavern. I really like this spot. I might keep this idea for my next design. It's just a cute little tavern where you could make food, play instruments, have like a little cafe back here. So that's that. Over here are my beaches. Again, mostly just flower storage. I do like this cliff up here to the right that has my lighthouse on it. I think that's a cool little view right here between the two cliffs. There's a pathway that leads into this little back private beach that I did absolutely nothing with. I just have this all my surfboards lined up here. Let's see, are there pathways we should go on? No, these go back to like my house area down here. And if you go to the right, there's a pathway alongside the beach that is just another long stretch of a whole lot of nothing, just like trees and little random cliffs, which I don't hate. I think it's like a cute way to fill space, but I feel like there's just so much dead space on my island. Down here I actually put like a little working area, like a picnic blanket. And I'm curious if in the update, if they just didn't mention it. Here's my dock, by the way. If they didn't mention it, or if they're not going to do it, I'm curious if they're going to let us put rugs outside finally, because come on. There are literal picnic blankets as rugs, so why can't you put them outside? This area, more flower storage, completely blank. This spot was meant to be for when I would do catalog islands. I would put all the items out here and have like fences sectioning them off and all that. So when I'm not doing that, it's just a huge empty spot full of nothing. Alright, and now we're back at the main entrance. So that's my entire island, and my big problem with it is, like I said, there's just so many empty stretches that I don't know how to decorate. So I want to re-terraform and have a better plan when I go back in with terraforming. So now I'm going to go into my house, and if you're not interested in the house tour, by all means, you don't have to watch it, but I appreciate you watching the rest of it anyway. So if we go inside, my original plan, I'll go in. My original plan was to have it like a cozy cabin type house, but I kind of got carried away with seeing things on Pinterest or Instagram and stuff like that, and I would try to recreate it, but then it has no relevance to like a cute cozy cabin cottagecore theme. So the living room area is kind of cozy. It's very unfinished. I didn't do anything on the front half of it. It's not very cabiny with the brick walls, but you get the idea. This back room is my bedroom. The festival garlands don't really match or do anything for me, but I'd seen the picture of a bed with the garland on and I thought it was really cute, so I really just put that down to see what it looked like. And it doesn't really match the vibe, but I thought it was cute anyway. It's just unfinished. I don't hate this room though. I think it's kind of nice. And then if I go to the right side room, at one point I had thought that my house was going to be like a cabin resort in a forest, so I had built a sauna. So this is a very unfinished sauna, which I don't know how much you can decorate inside of a steam room, you know. But yeah, it's filled with presents right now for storage because these are wrapped fossils that I would use for getting my friendship levels up with villagers. If you didn't know, that's how you can do that. By giving them gifts, and then they don't display these in their house, so you don't have to have them have ugly furniture if you're just trying to get your friendship levels up. But that's my sauna. In my left side room is a bathroom. This bathroom I've actually had like since summer of 2020. I haven't really changed it since. I saw somebody do this on a YouTube tour, I'm pretty sure, and I thought it was really cool. It's very modern though, and very much not cottagecore, so there's that. I think the partitions that they're adding in the update are going to be really cool for rooms like this, so that we don't have to use simple panels to block off little sections of the room. So I'm very excited to put walls inside my house. Going upstairs, this was meant to be like a studio apartment penthouse thing. I had seen someone do this on I think Pinterest, as you do, and I thought it was really cool and I wanted to recreate it, but of course it's very modern and not at all like a forest. Because how are you going to have a cityscape view in a foresty Animal Crossing island? It doesn't make sense, but I thought it was such a cool build that I wanted to recreate it. So like I said, nothing is cohesive in my house or on my island. In my basement, the last room, this was meant to be like a greenhouse. I don't know why I put it in the basement where there's no sunlight, but it was meant to be like a Zen garden, like plant room. And I really just threw anything that was a plant or green or you know, had any relevance to plants. I put it in this room and just kind of threw it all together. There was no planning going into this. I just tossed everything on the floor and was like, I'll deal with this later. So yeah, very unfinished, very not organized. Okay, so that was the entirety of my whole island. Like I said, I don't want to restart my game, but I want to start new, so I am going to bulldoze my entire island now until the update comes in about 3 weeks from today. So I have the time. It's a tedious process, but I'm excited to start fresh and put more plans into what I do next. And I'm excited to start decorating with all the new furniture items. It's gonna be actually really cool. Anyway, I'll probably be streaming the flattening process a couple times the next coming weeks. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/XenonCrossing. I have rebranded because I'm really leaning into Animal Crossing content right now because this update has me so inspired to start playing again. So if you want to follow me there, Twitter and Instagram, I'm also at XenonCrossing. So you can find me there if you want to keep up to date on what I'm doing. Other than that, I appreciate you watching. Let me know in the comments if you are also gonna either restart your island like brand new, make a whole new save file, or if you are just gonna start like either redecorating so that you can have it finished by the time the update drops, or if you're doing what I'm doing and just flattening the whole thing so that you could start over without losing all your other progress. Because I feel like whenever people restart, they always regret it once they realize like how much they had actually gotten in the game. I feel like they regret restarting the entire thing, but I think flattening is a good compromise. It's just a super tedious process. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, let me know what your plans are for this update because I'm excited to see what everyone else is doing. And I will be back with some more Animal Crossing content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.